Hello, challenge recap tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV: The After Years with me, BlueAnkylo. Edge's challenge dungeon recap. So, where we left off, I have cleared the challenge dungeon a few times, gotten all the items, mostly hit the level cap, although Zangetsu's a little bit slow. So before we go in there, let's have a quick look at sort of, well, a brief look at our stats. Gecko is strong, but not very fast. Zangetsu's probably the weakest of the bunch. His stats are kind of terrible. Izayoi is kind of your healer, but she's got bows and whips, so she's fair in the back row. Edge is the best by far. And Tsukinoa is actually pretty good. I would say Edge, Suki, and Gecko do the majority of the damage, and Zangetsu is okay, and Izayoi, she tries. Spell-wise, we've gotten one new spell for Gecko, which is kind of a, if he's almost dying, it does more damage, supposedly. Single kill type attacks, and a revive. Edge is probably going to get them all eventually, I would bet. Tsukinoa kind of gets the wind elemental type stuff. Restore Weed is pretty bad. It doesn't seem to... there's Marlboros in here, so I've seen like all the status elements. Restore Weed doesn't work on very much, so it's not very good. And Zangetsu is another one with very little spells. So, item-wise, well, first off, each floor of this dungeon has, I believe, 2 special treasures, and they're kind of random when you'll get them. So, Crimson Cherry is a pretty good ninja blade that you'll eventually randomly get. Mithril Hammer, Wind Spear, there's a bunch of stuff like that you'll pick up eventually if you just keep doing it. The final chest has the standard Adamantite. What else is in there for sure? You will get a Soma Drop, a Silver Apple. Oh look! I got the random bomb summon finally. Super rare. Finally got that. That's pretty cool. That was just from fighting. You'll probably get an elixir, maybe an X potion or something. You know the normal stuff. Equipment-wise, let's have a quick look. Gaia Hammer is from the boss chest. Goblin Mask is from the boss chest. You should know basically how this works. The Goblin Mask, I don't know, doesn't seem that great. The Blitz Whip is another one that Rydia used to have in Final Fantasy IV from the boss chest. Mist Wrap is from the boss chest. It's actually not girl specific, so anyone could use it. I just gave it to Izayoi because she has sort of low defense. Kotetsu and Ashura are from the boss chest. The Crimson Cherry is from the room, like, you don't have to be... The boss chest, I mean the 10-minute chest. The Black Cowl, I think, was from the 10-minute... No, this is from one of the random chests. Random chests, random drop. Giant's Gloves are always really good. Wing Edge, and I think one of these is... The Wing Edge is probably the 10-minute chest, and a Chakram is probably from a random... one of the random chests on the floors. We got a second Giant's Glove, so I've been pretty lucky. A bomb and 2 Giant's Gloves. Nothing to complain about. Flame Lance was from the 10-minute chest. Wind Spear was the prep for that you get from a random one. And the Treasure Hunter was a random item, or not a random item. It increases the random item drop rate by a little, and you get it from the 10-minute chest. So I highly recommend picking that up. And other than that, that's all of our gear. So, Gecko's kind of turning into your Cid. Izayoi's kind of a Rydia equipment-wise, although she doesn't really get a lot of magic, so it's sort of not a very good Rydia. Edge is Edge. Tsukinoa is a back row Edge. And Zangetsu is a really lame Dragoon. So anyway, let's do this one more time. I find it easier in the Waning Moon for the damage buff because you'll kill enemies quicker. But when you're first there, like, I probably cleared it in 10 minutes around level 32. And then after that, we just had to clear it over and over again to get all the items. But until you hit the low 30s, you could do it in under 10 minutes, but you'd have to run from everything. And if you're running from everything, you're not really leveling up, and you'll have a hard, it'll be harder to sort of steamroll and, you know, get snowball out of control, basically. But probably by the 30s, you could just fight your way to victory. The first couple times through, basically, you want to get all the chests and just level up. Just be careful. Exit if you have to. Keep fighting. Try to get your guys leveled up to around 30. Then start thinking about the 10-minute runs, is my suggestion. So, I'll show you all the chests. They're random every time you get in here. For the most part, they're just junk, though. And because we're at a high level, I'll be running away a lot just to save some time. You don't want to waste a whole lot of time in the menu either, because the counter keeps going. But these chests, you basically have to do... Don't worry about those guys, they don't do anything. You basically have to fight... Well, you have to open the chests until you get a chest fight, a trapped chest. Then you'll get one of the equipment items, and there's 2 per floor. And once you've got them both, then you don't have to worry about it. So, obviously at our current level, we can zip through these fights pretty quickly. When we first got here at level 20, it was really tough. So, there's 3 chests on the first floor. If you ran from every battle, you should be able to zip through this floor in about a minute, honestly. There's no reason to really take longer than a minute, unless you fought everything. So, if you're running away, a minute is plenty. Now, if we go down here, there's a couple more chests. Again, they're just going to have random junk for me. But your first time through, the first couple times through, you're going to want to check these for gear drops, basically. Some of these fights are pretty tough, even at our current level. We can kill them quickly because we do a lot of damage, but as you can see, they hit pretty hard. Also, right here, this is a can't escape battle. It's still a random battle. You don't know what you're going to fight, but you can't escape this one. You have to fight it out. So, be prepared for that. They always give you a message like that when you finish. I don't know if it means anything. Similarly, you can't escape from this one either. There are actually 4 battles in this dungeon that you can't escape from. So you have to fight them out. But, other than the 4 battles that you have to fight, you can run from everything else. So it should really not be a problem for us to make it in 10 minutes. But, because I'm doing a little bit of, like, basically, I haven't been looting those chests. I've just been running to the exit, so... My record is about 3 minutes, if you just run from everything and you ignore all the chests. And it depends on your luck with the random encounters. I suppose on a preemptive strike, maybe it's worth the fight. Now, everyone's at the level cap now, so there's no real reason to fight anything. But I didn't have to level grind too much, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Obviously, if your encounter rate is terrible, it's going to take a little bit longer. But 10 minutes really is not that hard. I'll get every chest in here and still have lots of time to spare. Although, I mean, I did get really lucky there. We didn't get any random encounters. Now, this is a scripted battle that you don't have to fight. You don't have to go that way. So, that one would make 5 if you count that. But normally you don't have to go that way. So, just don't go down that stairs and you never fight that battle that you can't run away from. Those guys appear every now and then. They don't seem to do anything. Left is an escape. Right is a heal pot. This is a runnable battle. This is not a runnable battle, so we'll have to fight this one. And I mean, yeah, we're just blasting through this because we're at a high level, but all you can do is level grind, and once you get your levels up, it's not so bad. There is only 1 chest on this floor, so keep opening it until you get your 2 special items. Final floor. Very, very short. Your final scripted battle that you can't run away from is right in front of the chest. So normally you'd have 4 battles you had to fight no matter what. And you could just run from everything else if you wanted. And I'm down to the point where we only get garbage. But 353 and I opened every single chest. You could go a lot faster. You could probably get it under... If you got lucky, you could probably do it in about 2 minutes. So it didn't actually take me that long to clear out all the loot. It was mostly just a matter of leveling up enough that we could win, and you could probably do it without level grinding at all if you were willing to just run from everything except for those 4 fights. But I didn't do it that way, so... I thought it was an okay challenge dungeon. It wasn't actually that hard. The first time we walked in last episode, we were under-leveled for the dungeon, basically. But, so level 20s, low level 20s, it's very difficult. Once you get to about 30, not so bad. Once you're at 40, it's cakewalk. So, that's how it works. Anyway, I guess this is a shorter episode, because I'm not going to start the next tale yet. I just wanted to show you how that worked out. You know, one thing we never did, and maybe we should show that off. I never actually, figured out if there's a 5-way ban for this party. Can we get random battles on the overworld, or am I not allowed? I have to imagine that there's a band. There might be even a few bands here. Oops. So, search for bands. Maybe with everyone using ninjutsu? Let's see if that works. I have to imagine. No? How about band with everybody attacking? There could be like a weird combination of some of them attack and some of them throw or who knows what. I don't know, like, there's probably bands, but I don't really want to try out every possible combination. Trying to use like all their special abilities only if they've got like a unique. Nah, I'm sure there is, but like I would have to look it up basically. And to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to use the 5 ninjas ever again. Chances are I'll probably use Edge because he's pretty good, but the rest of them, eh. So anyway, that's the end of Edge's tale. Consider that successfully completed, and well, I mean, that's 5 tales done. We're getting closer to the good stuff. Assuming you don't consider this good stuff. But, you know, Kane and the Hooded Man and the Man in Black and who knows who else. We're getting close to that stuff. And we'll start maybe figuring out what's going on. And we'll stop saying, ooh, the Tower of Babel is glowing. This tower up here. Like, maybe we'll finally start doing something useful with our lives. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Sorry for the shorter episode today, but we'll be back tomorrow with whoever's next. Maybe it's finally Palom or Porum, the other one, the White Mage's try. Porum, probably. I think it's finally her turn. Anyway, see you guys next time. Hope you have had a good day.